Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your monthly horoscope, and this one is for you, Virgo. We're coming into October, and it's going to be a good month to get a handle on your resources as well as catch up on communications. Your Virgo superpowers are going to help you this month. Your ability to create order out of chaos. This is an astrologically active month. And your down-to-earth sensibilities are going to be a real asset to yourself and others. Now, we've got 2 full moons this month, which is an astrological rarity. We've got this first full moon of the month on October 1st. It's in the sign of Aries, and it's highlighting intimate relationships and shared finances. So give others some space and determine what is your responsibility and what belongs to someone else. If you've been working towards a shared financial goal with a partner, you could see some results around the time of this full moon. Now, the second full moon in October will be on the 31st in the sign of Taurus. And this full moon is rare not only because it's the second full moon in the month, but also it's combined with a high intensity conjunction to the outer planet Uranus. But it will be forming a favorable trine to your sun. And if you're a Virgo born on or around August 31st, or if you are a Virgo rising person with about 8 degrees Virgo rising, you're going to feel the strongest effects of this October 31st full moon. You could be feeling extra emotional, but whatever comes up is likely to motivate you to make a change that you've been wanting to do for some time. However, even though you might be feeling antsy at that time, don't take action just yet. You're going to gain some more clarity on your situation after November 13th. That's when we get clear of all the inner planet retrograde cycles that I'll be telling you about happening in October. So before we get to that, the sun will be shining in Libra through the 21st, and that's going to turn your attention to money and material resources. It's a really good month to balance your budget and share any extra abundance you have with others who might be less fortunate. As I'm recording this, we've recently had some really devastating wildfires here on the West Coast, and there's a lot of people that are going to need some help. This Libra theme throughout the first part of October is really supporting us coming together and helping one another. Now, if you're a person who could use some assistance, you might be able to receive some help this month under this astrology as well. Now, on the 22nd, the sun will move into Scorpio in your 3rd house of communication, learning, and it really makes the end of the month a great time to dive into some intellectual pursuits. Let's talk about these retrogrades coming up. We've got Mars retrograde all month, and that's going to put an emphasis on the past. There's people, financial dealings, and even emotions that can surface from your past under the Mars retrograde astrology. So do your best to diffuse tense situations and postpone major decisions until after November 13th, when Mars will station direct. I keep mentioning that date, but it really is the time where I see more clarity coming our way. We'll be going into eclipses and have more of a information illuminating eclipse at the end of November. So this isn't the month to see everything. There's much more to be revealed. So keep that in mind. And we've got Mars retrograde all month, as I mentioned. Use the cycle to resolve your own anger before confronting anyone else. Mars in Aries is a lot about looking within instead of looking for others to blame. See where you can take some responsibility. Now, Mercury is your ruling planet, and it will station retrograde in Scorpio on October 13th. By October 29th, it's going to be back in the late degrees of Libra You're apt to feel Mercury retrograde cycles more so than most other sun signs. So you're going to need to be extra clear with your communications and avoid making big purchases or decisions during these days. What the Mercury retrograde energy is really great for is things that Virgos often excel at, which is writing, editing, reviewing things and finding errors. And in your chart especially, it's a great time to review financial things, looking for errors in your bank statement and that type of thing. So the new moon this month is on October 16th, and it's going to be in Libra. This will support intentions related to money, material resources, your values, partnership, and your self-worth. So even though Mars and Mercury are retrograde at this new moon, it's still the most powerful time of the month for intention setting. When there's a new moon during retrograde cycles, it's often a good idea to consider things you want to let go of. It's harder to get new things started, but if you have a new idea that you would like to manifest in the future, you can set that intention at this new moon and know that you'll have more support to develop it later on in November. And if you're not already a member of janspiller.com, I encourage you to go over and check out the website. That way, if you become a member, we will email you the best time to set your new moon intentions, as well as offer articles that I write all about the upcoming astrology that can really help keep a heads up on what's coming down the road and how to best use the astrology. So please keep that in mind, and we'll close out the month with Venus and Mercury moving into Libra on the 27th. And we've got Mercury stationing direct in the early days of November, the 2nd or 3rd, depending on your time zone. So as we're moving out of the month, you're going to have support from Venus and Mercury in Libra to build your resources and strengthen your personal and professional connections. So there is a lot going on this month, but you have the organizational skills to keep things steady, and I hope you can stay safe and be well this month. I will see you back here next month with your horoscope.